Hello, tender-hearted viewers, and welcome to Animal World, our co-inhabitants. On today's programme, we present part 1 of a 2-part series featuring 8-year-old Olivia Binfield, a little girl with a big heart. Although just a child, Olivia dedicates herself to protecting and preserving our animal friends. For example, in 2011, she appeared on the popular British TV show Britain's Got Talent, reciting her poem Endangered Animals. Olivia presented the poem with Lucy, her boa constrictor friend, draped lovingly around her neck. Here is Olivia's recitation of endangered animals.
Come on, don't you have a heart? You don't want these animals to depart. Forget the X Factor and the top 10 singing chart. Look at the most endangered animals and the poison dart. The armour leopard, Siberian tiger and polar bear. They're so gorgeous, it's just not fair. If I say their Latin names, will you listen more? Oh, Lewis, please don't say this is a bore. Uranus komodoensis, Komodo dragon, by the way. Why does man have to take them all away? Why does he hunt and poach? Man, you are such a fool. Snake skin delight for handbags? That is just not cool. Please listen to my passion, although it may not be in fashion. I cannot sing it, you might laugh. I cannot dance, you would say that I was daft. But I am 7 and I want these animals to last.
How did you get into writing poetry? Did you read poems?
I did read a couple of poems, and my grandpa is a poet and he's a really good artist. We just have the same sort of feeling for poetry.
Why did Olivia decide to compose this poem?
When I went on Britain's Got Talent, I decided to write a poem to show that we shouldn't harm animals. And animals are cute and they deserve looking after. Britain's Got Talent is watched by many people, and if I could spread the word, the best way to do it would be on Britain's Got Talent, and I can show like thousands and millions of people who watch it.
When and how did you first become interested in animals?
I became interested in animals when I was very young. And I've always loved them ever since then.
Can you tell us about Lucy, your pet boa constrictor?
Well, Lucy's really friendly and she would never harm any human. And I've had her for a while, and and when the sun shines on her scales, they go purple and different colours, and it's really beautiful. She's really nice, and I sometimes play with her. She's really elegant, and she often climbs up little branches that we put in her tank.
Why did you choose Lucy out of all of your pets?
Lucy is really clever, and she's really brave, and she won't run off or anything. She's very calm.
What other pets do you have?
I have 3 dogs. One's a mummy and there's 2 puppies. The mummy and the girl dog are chocolate and the boy dog is yellow. And then I've got a rabbit called Aslan. And we've got 2 horses, Bonnie and Boo.
Do you see any ways that they show you that they love you?
Yeah, because I do have these books and they tell me what dog language. And when they lick you, it means that they love you. Aslan really loves being picked up and snuggling in your arms, and when she goes in his arms, he's really quiet and he loves taking them from hand fed. And Bonnie and Boo will lay and swish their tails and lay their hair on your arm, and it's really cute.
Olivia next showed us her room, which is filled with toys and books about animals.
This is the hooved and dog area. Over here we have the bears and monkeys and animals that pretty much live in trees. This is reptiles, birds and amphibians. This is cats, This down here is my water area, and this is other animals.
Can you tell us about your photos as well?
That's me on my birthday, and I was kissing a tortoise. This was when I went to Durham. It was one of the bats I joked. This down here is one of the eyes I saw in the enclosure, and this was the type of poison dart frog that I held. These are some lions, and these are some monkeys that we saw hopping around the enclosures. Here is a little tiger I got when I went to a wild place, and I named it after one of the tigers I saw. He's called Bruno. Bruno was one of the most comfortable ones who he actually laid by us, and he didn't growl or anything. He was really tame, pretty much, but he was still wild. And he was really cute, and he was one of the oldest tigers there in the place.
Olivia is deeply concerned about the thoughtless and cruel ways in which humans often treat our animal co-inhabitants.
Well, there are lots of ways we harm animals. We cut down trees, which are important for animals that live in trees. Sometimes we poach for sport, and lots of people kill them for medicine, like tiger bones and tiger wine and fur. People call them for fur, like tiger skins and coats, and sometimes even people use them for carpets, which really isn't nice.
Because of her compassion for animals, Olivia decided on her own at age 3 not to eat meat.
Some of the teachers tried to make me eat meat, but I said no.
I remember that we went for a drive and she saw the lambs in the field, and then she sort of put 2 and 2 together that the food was from, and I'm never eating animals, no animals, and wanted to know all the names of the animals, the cow and the beef, so that she would never eat any of them. I support her totally because it's what she wants, and it's what she believes in, so absolutely behind her.
And was it easy to get the school in alignment with it?
Yeah, the school had been fine. They were a little bit to begin with. I think they thought she was just being fussy, but now they know what she's like and they all want to hear her stories.
Miss Binfield fully supports her daughter's efforts to help preserve and protect our animal co-inhabitants.
I just remember loving animals and thinking you could always rely on them and you can't rely on people, and that animals are always there for you and love you no matter what. If you're having a bad day, or they don't mind, they're always there for you. So I think I just love all animals and I'd love to help them.
How do you encourage and support her passion?
Or whatever she wants to do in the holidays. If she wants to go and see a certain animal or something, we go and do it. I am constantly buying books. She has hundreds and hundreds of books, of information books and very heavy encyclopedias, where she just sits and reads on them all the time. So I'm constantly buying books in that way. And all the wildlife things that we can, that she wants to join.
Let's now hear one more fine poem by Olivia, entitled Going, Going, Gone.
You may say I'm only 7, but I don't want the animals to go to heaven before they've had a decent life. I don't want them to be cut up with the butcher's knife. You may say I'm rather small, but what I believe in my heart is big and tall. Endangered animals need to be saved. Those who hunt and kill them are depraved. Michael, I hear you do a funny pitch, but it's no joke when the red lemur ends in the ditch. David, I hear you are from the big USA, so help us to keep greedy poachers away. Forget Baywatch, let's animal watch, eh? Beautiful, peace-loving vegetarian Amanda, you share these traits with the giant panda. The black rhino has lived for 1 million years. Why kill it for its horns? That's just superstitious fears. The African wild dog, the pygmy hog, the Hamilton frog, the Lisbon hare, the polar bear, the common skate, Who are we to decide their fate?
How does Olivia encourage other children to treat animals with respect? To find out, as well as hear another of her poems, please join us again tomorrow on Animal World, Our Co-Inhabitants, as we present the concluding part of our interview with the delightful, dedicated, young animal advocate, Olivia Binfield. For more information on Olivia Binfield, please visit www.oliviabinfield.co.uk or follow her on Facebook. Read her tweets at www.twitter.com/Olivia Binfield. Thank you for your presence today on our programme. May all beings on earth be forever free, respected and allowed to live in dignity.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/AW.
Hello, affectionate viewers, and welcome to today's Animal World, Our Co-Inhabitants, featuring the second and final part of our interview with 8-year-old British animal advocate Olivia Binfield. Olivia began dedicating her life to the protection and preservation of our animal friends at the age of 3, when she stopped eating meat after learning animals are killed to produce it.
She was always interested in animals. Even when she was a baby, she just flipped the pages with the animals more than any other pages. So from very young, I think I noticed, and then everything, she wasn't interested in any normal toys, dolls, anything like that. She just wanted animals.
In 2011, she appeared on the popular British TV show Britain's Got Talent and recited her poem Endangered Animals.
What made you and Olivia decide that she would present her poem about saving animals on Britain's Got Talent?
Because all the time she's been saying she wants to tell people and help people, and then we saw an email about it, and Olivia had this idea and we wrote it down, and then they asked us to come. I didn't think anything would come of it, but it did.
She must have gained a great deal of publicity and fame from her performance. How has this affected her?
I don't think it's affected her at all, because her passion is not for wanting to be public or anything else or be famous, it's for the animals. And when she went on the show, she wasn't nervous. I was, but she wasn't. And anything we've done has always been about the animals, not about Olivia. So she just sort of takes it in her stride, yeah.
Here is an excerpt of Olivia's poem on tigers, a species that has nearly disappeared from our world.
Eyes, red like fire. Exquisitely designed skin. We cannot let the beautiful tiger end up in the bin. Watch it glide gracefully above the green jungle floor. Yet only 3,000 left in the wild. There should be more. Greedy poachers breaking the law. Ridiculous beliefs, vile vanity, all must be shown the door. We must not let the creature disappear, for that is my most dreaded fear.
Olivia's passion for saving endangered animals is well known. So much so that David Shepherd, a renowned British wildlife artist and founder of the David Shepherd Wildlife Foundation, invited her to become an official ambassador for his Tiger Time project, which safeguards tigers by helping to prosecute poachers and encouraging the public to always shun medicines with tiger parts in them.
David Shepherd is a very famous artist, and he draws pictures of elephants and lots of different animals, and then basically he paints lots of pictures. David Shepherd, he took me to his place and he gave me a paintbrush, and I helped him to paint one of his pictures, which was really good, and I did some drawings, and he gave me that certificate. And to help do his thing about saving the tiger, I went with this huge soft toy tiger to get some photos of, because it was going to go in an auction, and the picture I helped do with him also went in the auction to help raise some money for tigers.
Olivia's love for animals knows no bounds. She's even fond of bats.
Fruit bats, like this one here, I went through this enclosure with this man who looked at bats. So he'd been showing some other people around, and he showed me round. You went into the enclosure with little and the bats, and there were bats. There was some on the ceiling and a few on the sides, and there was one on the side who was really playful, and I stroked him and he clawed my hair, and he used his sharp claws for clinging on, and near there was a little bat centre where they looked after injured bats.
Olivia loves to read. And what are her favourite kinds of books? Ones about animals, of course.
And I've got some really nice books here, and this one here, Spirit of the Wild, was a book I got for Christmas by Steve Bloom, and it's got lots of lovely pictures with little writing to show that animals are true friends and that we should look after them. And I've also got lots of different books like this one, and at the end there's an Animal A to Z which shows all different types of animals. And I've got a book here which I should get. It's a little nice one. There it is. I have to be careful when I take it down because it's next to a lion. And it's called Planet Animal. To save Earth's disappearing animals. It's got a map on the front, where is it? Little map, which shows where they come from. Bacteria and Carol is the brown colour, which is scattered a bit around here. The polar bear is purple. And there's the Bengal tiger, which is orange here, and there's the yellow, which is for the Asian elephant.
So these are animals that are endangered. What does that mean?
Endangered means that they're disappearing, and it's all about endangered animals which are on the brink of extinction, dying forever. These are some leatherback turtles, which are the largest species of turtle, and this is where they're trying to protect turtles' eggs, and they come back every year to the area where they lay their eggs. So turtles sometimes get tangled up in nets and pollution, that oil spills and stuff that get into the sea. And sometimes they eat plastic bags and it gets stuffed in their throat. And sometimes boats and jet skis crash into them. And sometimes people get beaches and they put hotels on them. And if that was a beach where they were born, it means they don't have anywhere to lay their eggs. And some people catch the turtles and eat them and sell their eggs for food. The ice is melting because of global warming, which is a big threat for the polar bears, and also their thick furs are sometimes used as coat. Whales are really big, and sometimes they're caught by whaling. People who go out on boats and just kill them. And there was this guy who was a whale hunter, and they told him to stop doing it, and he did it, and he told other people, and they all stopped. The orangutan, who's through jungles in Borneo, their forests are being cut down for farming land, so every year they cut down more and more of the rainforest, meaning there's hardly any home left for the orangutan.
Olivia is a true animal advocate, often speaking to other children about our animal friends and encouraging her peers to take good care of them.
She does shows for children or students. She's done a few where they show the different animals, pass them around and explain it, and so that people can help understand a bit more about the animals. And I think it's quite good because they tend to listen more to a child than they do to an adult. So I think it's quite good. I think she'd like to have her own little show where she could to be on TV and show all the animals and explain it.
Did she inspire a lot of other children?
Yes, I think so. Make them think about things that they probably haven't thought about before.
What do you think lies in her future?
I'm sure it's with animals, and I'm sure she'll do a lot, hopefully, to save them and to make people more aware of what we can all do to make the world a better place for the animals. It's made me very proud that she's got such passion and such honesty and the innocence about it. Yeah, it's lovely. It's made me very proud.
Olivia has some suggestions for other children who may want to help animals.
You can at school ask your teacher about the organisation that's trying to help save polar bear, and you can find out more about them. You can show that art by the organisations and write a letter and maybe even give them a donation to help.
Many thanks, Olivia Binfield, for your dedicated efforts to safeguard the lives and well-being of our animal co-inhabitants. You provide a marvellous example for us all. We pray that your diligent work continues to motivate other young people to follow in your noble footsteps, and may your projects for the animals enjoy lasting success. We also share your vision for a world where all animals are always treated with love and respect. For more information on Olivia Binfield, please visit www.oliviabinfield.co.uk or follow her on Facebook. Read her tweets at www.twitter.com/Olivia Binfield. Thank you for viewing today's edition of Animal World, Our Co-Inhabitants. May all beings soon enjoy happiness and harmony on a peaceful vegan planet.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/AW.
My name is Kenneth Williams. I'm the world's first vegan bodybuilder champion and national spokesperson. The 21st century athlete. If he wants to move further in his and her development, they're going to have to come to grips with eating properly.
We have the power to really, imagine the future and to affect it if we want to. So
I believe we need to treat all life with incredible respect. And
every decision that we can make every day is going to make a difference to the planet. And
vegan diet, everybody wins, really. All the earthlings win on that one.
Shakyamuni Buddha, Jesus Christ, St. Francis of Assisi, Leonardo da Vinci, Shania Twain, Leo Tolstoy, Albert Einstein, Alicia Silverstone, Tobey Maguire, Joaquin Phoenix, Pamela Anderson, and Natalie Portman. What do these distinguished people of the past and present have in common? They represent the circle of vegetarian and vegan elite and some of the most gifted and accomplished people in the world.
have to follow what Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world, then we have to start with ourselves. And one way that we can make a major difference is to reduce our meat consumption.
It's a win-win-win situation. It's good for the environment, it's good for people, it's good for animals.
10 billion farm animals are killed every single year in America, and that's 1 million animals per hour. That's astounding. 1 million animals per hour are slaughtered for food. That really disturbs me.
So considering all these aspects, it's better to switch to vegetarianism, which will bring back nature's harmony and has a purifying effect.
They are some of the countless noble examples of compassion and wisdom. So keep in good company with the noble circle of vegetarian and vegan elite. And the list goes on. Please visit www.suprememastertv.com/VE for further club list and info. Choose veggie and join the club.
My name is Kenneth Williams. I'm the world's first vegan body